I'm so happy I could make this video for you today because when I bought this machine, it was very difficult to get it started. So before you start, plug your machine with the power supply, switch it on. Your machine is by default set on A. The thread pressure or the thread tension is set on 3, so this you can set between 1 to 5 depending on the fabric pressure or tension that you want. Now these are the stitch width and stitch length, different pattern designs. Based on that you can set the thread. Now you can make designs on different type of fabrics. If the fabric is thick, it's okay. If it is thin, use the base paper, this thin paper used for embroidery or paper pasting if the fabric is too thin, to make your design neat and tidy. Depending on the fabric and the thread, the needle would also change. This is your cotton polyester. Needle would be 16. With silk, you will have 11 number needle. For anchor thread, 18 number needle. And if you use cotton embroidery thread, which is slightly thicker, then you can use a needle number 18. If the needle number is lower, it means a sharper, thinner needle. If it is more, like 18 number, the needle eye would be bigger. Now you must use embroidery rings if you want very neat and beautiful designs. So I will be showing you in detail how to use embroidery rings and how to put them, how to use them with this machine, because it is near to impossible, rather I would say impossible, to put these rings and embroider with the embroidery rings. So I'll give you some tips. Now this machine has so many designs, and whatever kind of design, the basics are, chain stitch and the zigzag stitch. This is a patch design. Around it you have this zigzag and a chain stitch kind of a design, which you can get from pattern number A and C. The other design which is available in the markets is this zigzag satin stitch. That also I will show you later part of this video. So let's get started, and please like, subscribe and comment in this video how you liked it and what else you want to see it. Before starting, clean everything inside your machine, otherwise the loops will form. Change the needle. Needle should be sharp and straight, so you get neat and beautiful designs, embroidery designs, and you don't get loop formation, you don't get messy stitches, and the thread should not break frequently while you make an embroidery design. Otherwise your design and your fabric would be spoiled, right? So change the needle. 11 number needle if you are using silk thread, 16 number needle if you are using a cotton thread, 18 number needle if you are using somewhat thicker threads, right? Now use the needle threader. There is one hook, pull inside and thread your needle. For this you have to pull your needle to the highest level and the needle threader will thread itself. Set your machine on 3 or 4 because I'll be using a woolen fabric. Dial is set on A. Thread length maximum 4, width maximum 4. This is your first type of embroidery stitch. It looks slightly like a regular stitch, but it is different. How it is different? When you look under this, over and under this stitch, you can see the difference, that how different it looks. Now the second is the same stitch, but here on the stitch length you get, if you change the length, stitch length anywhere between this SS to 5 or 4, the design would change dramatically or drastically or slightly, depending on how much you change the length of the stitch. Now you can see that this machine is moving very slowest and slower, whatever you call it. But don't panic, because if the stitch is overlooped, or it is one stitch is going over the other stitch, like in an embroidery stitch, then this machine would go slow, and it is quite a noisy machine when it does embroidery for you. So it will go slow. I'm showing you the original speed while it does a loop kind of a chain stitch. So this is your, when you use zari thread or silk thread, it will look very beautiful. See, it is very, you cannot rip off this seam, this stitch easily. Second one is zigzag. So I turn to C. Stitch length we change to 4. Stitch width we keep on 5. We don't change that. Now see the speed. I didn't change the video speed so that you can see for yourself. So here the speed is pretty fast because it is a single stitch. It is also a beautiful stitch when you are in you want a design in a jiffy. Simply move your machine dial to C, that is zigzag, and get it around the neckline or around the cuff or salwar pocha or bottoms of your pants. Now the same C zigzag dial and move the stitch length to SS. Width would be same 5. See the change now. Machine speed would be slow. Don't push the fabric or don't pull the fabric from any direction. Just support it and the design would come out nicely and beautifully. But when you make embroidery designs, be sure there is no lint, no dust in the machine. Thread is neat and clear to get a design right. Now we change the dial to D. When we change the D stitch length to 4, that is maximum. Stitch speed would be fast. This is the original speed. I didn't increase the video speed. This is also a nice beautiful design. If you have there is one twin needle also that comes with this machine. So if you are using twin needle or using a thicker thread or a different kind of fabric, because this is a woolen fabric, so it shows differently. Cotton would show slightly different. Okay, now we change this dial D and double S stitch length, and this is your design. But by mistake I had switched off the camera, so I show you once again. This is dial is on D, stitch length on double S, and stitch width 4. Here under this thing on the machine you can see the design. So I show you once again. Once again it is for me because I switched off the camera. So here you can see it is the same design, right? So this is also one of the beautiful design. The design should be neat even under that fabric. Now we change the dial to E and the stitch length to 4. What we get now is a hem stitch. I have shown you this stitch while I was doing the sari fall. Remember? Okay. So this is a hemming stitch. You can hem your dresses using this, or you can use it for designing or embroidery purpose also. So Usha, Janome, mostly all the machines have some or the other designs, embroidery designs. Some machines have more, some have less. Depending on whatever model you have, you can make these designs in different combinations. So this hemming design, if we set the stitch length on double S, the design would change. The speed is slow, okay, but here we got one problem, that the bobbin thread has finished. See, this is the design. It has come out beautifully, but the bobbin thread is over. What to do now? I'm showing you this tip because you may also have the same problem. Your bobbin wouldn't tell you that okay, I'm going to finish, just fill me again, or just I'm getting refilled on my own. Okay, it's not going to happen. You are also going to have the same problem. So what to do? See, under where you had left this design midway, some thread would be coming at the end of the design. Just pull it from the back side of the fabric. Keep the needle where the design ended. Insert your needle. Put the presser foot down and then check that the design is in continuation. Because if you are making a neck design or a neckline, you are doing some embroidery in front of your dress, and suddenly the bobbin thread finishes, what would you do? There has to be neatness in the front of your design, right, front of your dress. So you should be knowing this tip, that you have to get your design right even if there is a glitch. So here our bobbin thread had finished and we had restarted the stitching or embroidering. So remove it and you will get it in a continuation way. Now the next is F. F is a little variation of E. So stitch length on 4, machine moves faster. So you get your design fast. You can use this stitch for hemming the delicate fabrics because this stitch is less steeper. You can see, right? The earlier design was slightly, that hill kind of a thing. So here we go again. The same design on double S. Machine is slow. Don't pull the fabric. Neither push it. Just support it. Have your snacks or enjoy your side activity, whatever you are doing, because it will take a few minutes to finish it. Now it is done. It has come out nice and beautiful. You can see I'm making all these designs using the same thread, but while you make your designs you can use different color threads. Okay, here the other one, the next design, and this is similar to hemming design, but it is slightly different. So this G design, this also we get on double S, and there are so many patterns, so many designs. If I show you, it is going to take many hours. So what I do, I show you one last L design, which is a beautiful design. I like it very much, and you can use it quite frequently on different sewing projects, whether your home decorative things, cushions, your dresses, kids dresses, like many designs you can create out of these few embroidery stitches. Besides these, the combinations are varied, and you can combine them to get different design patterns. Now I'll give you some more tips and some more designs. One is a satin stitch, which is very important, and along with that I'll show you how to use your embroidery ring. So this is the embroidery ring. I'm using a smaller one, but you can use a bigger, larger one. First, place your fabric inside. Open the screw to fit your fabric. Close the screw to tight the fabric and fit it inside. Once this activity is done, now is the real trouble. I'll show you the magic that your ring would not go inside this machine. Do whatever you do, you try from any angle, from this angle, from the side angle, you remove it or you put it single, it will not budge, it will not go inside. Okay, even if your foot is removed. So what will you do? Put it back, no problem. Put your ring back. Maybe you can try it from the other side so it could move. You can try from any side. right? When you have tried everything, then watch the remaining part of this video, but don't forget to like, subscribe and comment this video. Okay, now remove this part of the machine, the foot part of this machine, and your ring would go inside. I'm putting this foot back because I want to show you two tricks, but it is optional. If you are not using the presser foot, you don't really need to put this foot. But here I'll be showing you different tricks. So I put the stitch length on satin stitch, dial on C, this thread tension on 3 or 4. Now make some lines. I'm just making some lines. You can because I had not really planned, so I'll simply show you how it is made. But you can of course make a proper design, and then accordingly you can make a beautiful design. So your dial is on C, that is zigzag, and stitch length is on buttonhole stitch, that is a satin stitch, and then get your embroidery design. If you are making a stem cannot be like equal from top till bottom. What would you do? You can change the stitch, not the length but the width. So I changed it from 5 to 3, but you can change it to 5 to 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. Okay, so there will be a drastic change if you change the width number from 5 to 3. But if you make it 5 to 4, there won't be that much difference. There will be very slight difference. Then from this stem, I start again on 3 number. From here, I again stitch width on 5, and then I move forward with my embroidery satin stitch, and your Janome, Usha Janome stitch magic will do the magic to complete your branches. But there is one hole which is of course not the mistake of this machine. I skipped it, so I can fill, and this machine can do the magic to fill this hole for me. And here till the end I can cover up this hole. You can do darning stitch or ruffle work with this stitch. So this is done, but I want to show you some more things. So let's draw something more. What do I do? Let me check. What can I do? Maybe S for stitching mark. So you remember what it is? By the way, S is also for the initial of my husband's name. So I make it S, and it becomes easier to maneuver a fabric when you use the ring. You can move it easily and nicely, smoothly. So I just done it fast. I created this S. You can create any initial of your name, or your kid's name, or your family member's name, or make some kind of a logo using this stitch. Let's make this a little tree kind of a thing, just to show you one more tip about the embroidery stitch that can be done with this machine, right? So we start from here, but keep watching because there is one important tip which will be useful for you for making better embroidery designs. So I get the stitch width on 3, back to our needle, I turn it and maneuver, move the embroidery ring in different directions to make this gobi ka phool, or you can say a cauliflower or a bud or whatever name you want to give it. Well, simply do it, cut it. Now I show you one thing, because the presser foot has come out, okay, or remove it. Now you will be using only the needle. Stitch width on 4, buttonhole stitch or the satin stitch, back to our needle. You will be doing the freehand embroidery now. Here you can maneuver the needle or move the needle as per your liking. Presser foot will not be guiding it. You have to guide the needle with your hands. And if you use the embroidery ring, it becomes much easier to move your needle in a certain direction. You can keep the threads or the stitch closer or far as you want to. This way the needle moves faster because it will not be regulated by the presser foot. So here I make a little heart from me to you, and I'm glad I could make this video. I wish when I bought this machine in 2011, I could also get a video to get started, because Usha Janome people are not very demo giving people. So this is how my heart goes all out for you, and I wish that you also make some designs and share with me here or on Facebook pages, and you will also be letting me know which is the best design that you made, and if there is any design or anything that you want me to make next. So put your presser foot back, all your things back, and enjoy your designs. Make so many designs. This was a rough design which I made in a jiffy, hurriedly, but I'm sure I'll be sharing some more beautiful nice designs with you in future videos. So stay subscribed and keep watching. And I shared some nice beautiful designs earlier also. Go and watch them also. So take care. Visit stitchingmall.com. Take care.